Hey everybody, welcome to Everyday Waffles, where I make one amazing epic waffle where I'm going to put all my nutrition into one waffle and space that sucker out throughout the day. I eat a quarter every, I don't know, like in the morning, quarter in the evening, and 2 quarters during the day, plus a lot of juices and protein powder. So today we're doing a test kitchen. So I actually just started, and then one of the people I'm feeding tomorrow, they came by and like, hey, what's up? I'm like, about to make your daily nutrition for tomorrow and mine. So, since I am doing the test kitchen, here we go. Let me move this over. I don't know if my computer's freezing or not. The whole thing is just totally fucked up. So, anyway, we're doing an acorn squash waffle today. And we're doing it, but we are making it on the fly. I did not pre-look up anything. We're going to get our nutritions all in here, and I'm just going to count this up tomorrow, and then, but we're going to dump this video on tonight, and then we'll get all those nutritional factors and measurements even, because I don't even know what in the world we're going to be putting in here. So let's get this acorn squash out, shall we? I'm kind of excited. All right. Here we go. So this acorn squash, ooh, good. The pan is not hot after all. Okay, so this is, the acorn squash was baked in the oven, and I put a lot of butter in here. This is not a vegan recipe today. There's actual real butter in there. So I put butter in there, and then as it was coming out, but right before I put in sugar. I put in about 3 tablespoons of sugar in each one. I know, kind of loaded up with sugar. And 3 tablespoons of sugar, and then I put in about, I'd say, what was that, about 3/4 tablespoon of cinnamon in here. Quite a bunch, because I wanted to just kind of load it up into the recipe. So with the acorn squash, I just need to pull out the squash, and while I'm doing that, it's going to be mixing up with that butter and the cinnamon. And we're going to do it in this pan. So let's get scooping, shall we? Okay, so as I scoop this, I'll kind of turn it so you can see. So I'm just going to be basically, as I scoop, I'm just going to be mixing it up into the squash itself. And as I'm doing that, I'm just putting all that nice cinnamon and butter just like all throughout the acorn squash. I'm pretty stoked about this. Okay. And also, I have a visitor, and she's sitting over here in the back. She's like, I'm going to watch this because I am quite fucking curious. How in the world are you going to do acorn squash? I'm like, well, just let me blow you away. When I do, I'm going to be, I got a really awesome recipe I've been thinking of in my head where I am going to be doing asparagus, and I'm going to be doing a roasted asparagus. Then I'm going to fry that in a tempura batter, and then I'm actually going to be putting that in the waffle. I know, we're just going to have a lot of fun. So, this waffle is going to be yielding quite a bit. Like I said, I've got to feed a few people, and I apologize for not getting, I try. I'm a human. I try to get this out every day, and I really do need to get this out every day. But I'm not on my rhythm yet. I mean, my job with the bees does not start till Monday, and so I'm still like, haven't found my stride. I've got to get my stride, because I love a good rhythm. Speaking of bees, this episode is brought to you by Environment Washington. So I have this whole thing up here that I'm working on, kind of like trying to put this sucker into my little brain here. Good luck, right? All right. So, I'm like trying to put some educated stuff in there when it's like, I feel like I've got like Tweety Bird, like, like that commercial or the cartoon where they like the little birds and shit floating around your head. God, that's the way I've been feeling lately. Kind of feeling lost too. I'm sure you guys can sympathize with that. Okay, so we're gonna start off with just 1/2 of this acorn squash. And so as you can see, I've just now blended this whole thing up. So I got some testing spoons over here. So like I say, normally I just do this with a calculated risk, because I go through and like measure things up and put it into the Google machine and just see, like, make sure it's gonna work, except for my basic waffles, those I can just do by memory. But something like this, all right, we're just gonna like play with it. Might be a total flop, might not be. We'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in a bowl for a second. I'm gonna put this other one in the oven. Back in the oven. Get it out of my way. As you can see, we just got everything and the kitchen sink on the counter. So I did have to move things around too. So I'm just gonna let this bad boy sit here while I contemplate with you guys. But I'm gonna put in some dry ingredients because I know I'm gonna need those. And my dry ingredients. All right. So I am going to just start off with 1 cup of flour. This to start me off with. So there's my 1 cup flour. Okay. And I kind of want to use up the rest of my, because I've got some fresh homemade oat flour. So let me put this in right now. Working with, I can barely see, 1/4 cup. So let's see how much we got. All right, so 2 1/4 cups. What does 2 1/4 cups make? 1/2 cup. So that's gonna be 1/2 cup of oat flour in there. And now this container can be cleaned. I'm gonna make some fresh oat flour later. Okay, so there we've got those two. Now with the acorn squash, I've got to go with my nutrients, and I'm thinking, because each one of these, the flaxseed, the chia seeds, the hemp hearts, they all have their own flavor profiles to them. And you know, we want this stuff to taste good because we all know when I first started off, I used to say I hate food, but I love waffles. I still dislike food. I'm getting better at the grocery store, and I still love the hell out of waffles. So hey, things are still going pretty good. Now then, I need some nutrients because while I wasn't filming, I was kind of not really eating the best in the world. And then this show, we just be honest with each other, because you know what? This show's for me, not for you. So I dropped down to 159. Back. And I start my new job on Monday, so that means I'm trying to gain 1 pound a day. Yeah, good luck on that one, right? Oh, wow. Okay, 1. This one, the hemp hearts is going to be 2. This flavor profile is 3 and 4. I know, I can't I need to stomp my foot or something when I'm trying to count and talk at the same time. So the flavor profile in this, I try to just give it to you straight from the source in my mouth. It's kind of nutty, and it brings in that. It just brings in almost like a peanut. Yeah, about like a peanut. That's what you're getting from this one. And so I think that's going to mix in well. That's all I got for it. Normally, you guys were putting away everything as we go, but today's test kitchen day, so I'm just going to not do that. All right, let me put my first tester in there. And now with the flaxseed, once again, a nice nutty flavor. And so I'm going to just be adding, sometimes you feel like a nut. All right, so 1, I'm going to be putting in 2 of these. And then, so on this one, I am going to throw in some chia because I need me some omega. So this is just and some ray fiber. Keeps me regular. Hey, the goal is to wake up and be regular, right? 1 and 2 of these. Now we're just loading this bad boy because we are going to be putting in this acorn squash in here. So I know we're just going to be needing help. So I'm just going to be putting in as much help as I can by putting in these grains. All right. Now, seeing as how I've just been fucking up and not getting all my nutrition in, I need to. Plus, I was out of protein powder. This shit is fucking expensive. So, thank you, my friend. For one of my friends keeps protein powder on hand for whenever I come visit. You know who you are. Shout out to you, boo. So anyway, I'm gonna be putting in a scoop of protein powder, and then I'll be actually drinking the protein powder tomorrow as well. This one, I know I want to put some sugar in, even though this got a lot of sugar in it. It needs to sweeten up. I'm kind of sweet today. I'm feeling kind of sweet. So I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of sugar. Okay. So I think that's about it for the main dry. But nothing's going to happen unless we put in some of our baking powder. So I'm going to go ahead and just put in a full tablespoon of baking powder in this. This one's going to need help. It's going to be a really heavy, dense waffle, which is great. Alright, so I need some salt. So I'm going to put in about a half teaspoon of salt. And I want a little bit more. I'm going to be putting in a teaspoon of salt into that. Now I've got some other spices that are going to go in here, but I'm going to hold off on that until I test the whole thing together to see what we got going there. So let's mix this bad boy up. Okay, so just taking my whisk, getting all my dries in here, and whisking that bad boy up. Doesn't that look beautiful? It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a really nice waffle in our test kitchen today. We even moved the Kimberly Freedom KitchenAid over here. Whoa! Don't. Cracking my ass. Okay, so put this over here. Okay, so there's our dry. Let's work on our wet. So I know for a fact I'm going to put in a cup of milk. And today I am using a 2% brought to you by QFC. And sorry guys, that store kind of like, I'm glad somebody else went shopping and got this for me because that's one of the ones that just like too big, too much, too many people. I live in downtown Seattle, like right in the smack middle, so wow. You go to the grocery store, you got a lot of people. Okay, so got 1 cup of milk. I'm gonna go ahead and just put in, straight from the chicken's butt, I'm gonna go ahead and just put in 2 eggs into this one. Get some nice binding power. Bam, 2 points there. Let's see if I can do that again. Oh my gosh, remember that one episode, like totally like missed it? Well, I never told you what really happened. It hit the fucking wall. Oh my gosh, it was so crazy. Alright. Oops. Rim shot that didn't make it. Now it's on. Egg will be taken care of later. Oh. You know, thank God this brought to you by Homo, Sweet Homo. In fact, the person who got this for me is like sitting over at the couch. Probably laughing my ass. Like, hey, what wiggle my butt for? No, actually, she's like ignoring the fuck out of me. That's even better. Okay. Well, that's a big whisk. All right. Let me just whisk up those eggs. My God, this whisk is fucking huge. All right. This little bitty bowl. This whisk brought to you by another wonderful person, a friend of the show, who helped get pans and everything else that was missing. And I am so grateful for that. Thank you. You know who you are. I appreciate you. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Get all the egg out there. Okay. So now I've got the 2 eggs in here, and I'm not going to add any butter because I've got all the butter inside this acorn squash. So let's get it in there, shall we? Okay, here we go. Nice, beautiful, heavy acorn squash. And so this is going to be putting in, I'm estimating this is going to be about a cup. This is a little bit more than a cup. I'd say about a cup and a quarter. Shit's so good. I mean, you just eat this on its own, but portion control, I need that. Otherwise, I don't eat enough or I eat too much, which is really shitty. Okay, so I got my acorn squash in here. I am going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar in here because I'm going to need some help with some lift. Just like, well, let's leave that alone. So, apple cider vinegar in there. A little bit of vanilla to bring out the flavors. I got the really good vanilla in there, but I'm not using it today because this is a test kitchen today. Okay, here we go, guys. All right. Now, ooh, nothing's gonna happen unless we have a waffle iron plugged in. And this one, I think we're just gonna turn this to just above low. I want this one to cook for a little bit because I think if I don't, we're gonna end up with some problems. We don't want problems. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna add in my wet to my dry. I don't know if you can hear the motorcycles racing outside, but they are just revving up. Okay, now let me stir this all in. Ta-da. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. And what else do we need? Like I said, this is just going to be a really heavy waffle. Alright. Put that in there. Okay, let's take a look. Look at this beautiful coloration on this waffle. Ah, it's so nice. Alright, since this is test kitchen day, here we go. Oh, by the way, you're not supposed to eat raw eggs. I like it, but need some help. Oh my god. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put a little bit of nutmeg in here. Yes, you guys, I know I go by smell. Yeah, definitely. Just a skosh though, a little bit goes a long way when it comes to nutmeg. So I am gonna be putting in on this, I know it looks like I'm putting in a lot, but I'm just like dusting. So this is gonna be a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. God, the smell smells so good. Okay, here we go. Much better. Okay, I can already tell. I don't need to taste that. I can already tell it's gonna be delicious. Okay, this is gonna need to sit just a little bit. Otherwise, we will end up with a nightmare. So I just needed to sit and kind of like everything just kind of come together. Come together right now. I know I should never sing on the show, but I just did. So that's gonna come together. So let's work on the sauce. So I have these that I got to use up that I got from the food bank with billions and billions of probiotics. Okay, so I'm gonna be using Activia supporting your gut health vanilla. I'm gonna use 3 of these and I'll put them in the Kimberly Freedom KitchenAid. And more spoons. Thank goodness I have spoons. All right. So let's get that in there. So I'm gonna put all 3 of them in here because I want to make a sweet sauce. This is almost gonna be like a hearty dessert waffle. That's what I'm going for on this. Oh, good, it landed. Kind of silly today. Well, it's actually pretty late. So, here we go. Number 2. And number 3. Because I have a busy as fuck day tomorrow, so I will be eating the heck out of the sauce too. This one I know is going to just turn out really nice. Why do I know that? Because I really don't. But we're going to try it anyway. Okay. So I'm going to save this spoon. I'm going to put it right there. So on this one, I'm going to have so much sugar everywhere else. This is going to be a sugar-free maple syrup that I'm going to put in here. Because I just want to add just a little bit of maple syrup in here too. It's already got vanilla in there. Just add some vanilla. So how about we just go with, I'd say that's a tablespoon plus a teaspoon. Ah, did you see that? Flip, and then do that. Gosh, I wish my voice was not this strained, but it is today. And I'm used to putting everything away as I go, but this is test kitchen day. Okay, this feels weird. Cheers. Oh, my throat fucking hurts today. Okay, so let's get this Kimberly Freedom KitchenAid going. So right now we just got that vanilla yogurt in there, and the vanilla yogurt and the maple syrup. This might just be just fine as it is. I'm going to use every spoon in the house today as I make this recipe. How's that? Fucking absolutely perfect as is. Or leave it alone. Wow. That tastes fucking delicious. Yeah, so vanilla yogurt with just a little bit of sugar-free maple syrup. And if one of those had 1 billion or whatever, I think there's like 3 billion now. Probiotics. We're gonna be probed. Like a space alien probe. With my biotics. I know, it's a bad joke. What can I say? I'm just that guy. Don't take me to parties. Okay, there we go. I think this is how enough. Now this is like really, really, really thick, guys. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit more. I'm nervous. Okay, so we are going to coat this bad boy with butter. Put that over here. Ooh, I'm ready to cross some fingers. I get nervous on some of these things, like especially like when I'm adding in something like this. Okay, so everything's good. Now let me butter this bad boy up. There we go. Okay. Now let's put this in. We don't want too much. This is really going to be a heavy waffle, and I want it to be able to come out of here. Okay, I think we got it. And shut this bad boy down. Which is locked. Okay, now while that's going on, I'm going to think about the next waffle. Because also I need to think about the next juice too. Because I've got to do like I say, I'm feeding a lot of people and I need to freeze. I have no more waffles in the freezer. So I mean, like, what do I do in a food crisis? Like, overeat something else? Oh my god. Can I just tell you? I got a little bit tipsy. Hangovers with this sucker? Not fun. I don't think my throat's designed to drink that more. Or it might be because I'm in my 50s. I don't know. Should I turn on my my Irish card right now? God, that's a lot of paper towels. I love you guys. I don't know how 117 of you put up with me, but I appreciate you. I really do. Okay, this is going. So, I've got so much stuff over here that I want to work with, and okay, that was a potato. So we've already done one cactus one before, but I definitely want to add cactus in, and I've got these wonderful peppers that I'm gonna add in. So I mean, I've just got so much veg here, so I'm gonna be juicing like a mother, and I've got 3 baskets full and a fridge absolutely full of all the leafy greens. So I think what I'm gonna do is, after this bad boy, take a break from doing the waffles, do a shitload of juice, either A, make another test waffle today, or nope, we're gonna do one tomorrow. Yes. So I am actually gonna put a shit away. Because you know what? I am so, my fridge is so full, guys, you would not believe it. That's what happens when you stop cooking. Things just get too full. Okay. Oh, I'm about to be able to refill this one. So I'm gonna put it over here. It smells really good. I hope it turns out really good. Okay. Got dishes to wash. Some dishes not to wash. was over here. I was like, wait, where are you going? Oh, God, this smells so good, guys. It really does. And I got a new lunch pail. I'm excited about that. All right, let me tell you some fun facts. Told you we're going to be talking about bees. So, this is an interesting one. So almost a quarter of bumblebee species are at risk of going extinct. So one big reason is these pesticides called neonics. All right, I'm working on that one, neonics. Anyway, so the companies, they coat the seeds with these neonics, and so the chemicals grow inside the plant. All right, did you catch that? They're putting them on the seeds so they go in the plant. I mean, what the F? And so then once they're in there, it contaminates the soil, and just one neonic covered seed is enough to kill. Are you ready for this? Double check the number. 70,000 fucking bees. What the hell? Oh, I am excited to get out and raise some money and get this, like I told you, I can be, there's so many things political I want to just go off on, but we're not going to do that. We are going to be going bees, because I found something I can get pissed off about and not upset everybody else. Well, except, pest control companies. But you know what? I mean, these genetically engineered everything else. I'm like, come on, people. What the hell? Oh gosh, this waffle's smelling good. Did I stall long enough? Take a little peek. Hey. Fuck yes! Okay. Acorn squash waffle. Bam! I have done it. And we're going to repeat this about, I'm hoping, 4 times. And let me get this next waffle going. Bum bum ba da dum bum ba da. Because I'm going to do a lot of juicing. And this is not a juicing show, but let me just tell you, I am just going to be throwing in whatever I can just get in that juicer. It's going to be a lot. No, I'm going to be having actually wide up and everything away, because I'm going to have to I need more waffles in this. So this is going to yield 3 waffles, is what this is going to yield. I need more, so I'm going to, after this show, I'm going to just make a whole nother whapping bat. All right, here we go. Flip it over. And now, seeing as how way too late for me to be eating anything, so I am going to grab some more spoons. I'm going to take a bite here. Little bitty one. And, my love, can you eat a little bit? Mm-mm. No, it's too late for everybody to eat. Alright, so I'm just going to taste a little bit of this and see how it's going. And my goodness. Look at that beauty right there. Okay. Oh, the smell is just freaking amazing. I think all these ingredients together, oh my goodness. Are you ready? Mmm. So, I'm going to talk with my mouth full. This can be served up in the morning for breakfast for the kids, because they can eat more than me in the morning. And this is going to keep them going for a long while. It's like dessert. I love you guys. I don't know how to operate a mouse. It's like red in the face. Ah!